Hello, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. This is Lifestyle Aesthetics, where we teach you how to level up consistently over time. Today's few next series will be us doing a gym vlog all around NYC. Okay, so it's really cool, in the same gym that we do and all that fun stuff. However, I've discovered something called the Temple Fitness. So I figured, why not check out these cool gyms, okay, that was built around 2022. And I'm very late to the game, putting you guys on. So if you guys are in NYC, they have 6 gyms called TMPL. Temple Fitness is very cool. The vibes are great. So each gym has its own unique vibe. They have their very cool machines that I have not been able to use myself. I've seen them online. So, we're going to check these out. All right. So, getting a pump here. So, we're just having fun doing an upper body day. So, haven't done this machine in a while. The last time I've used this shoulder press machine was in Rock Fit Fitness Gym. All right. So, of course, still getting strong, but we're just going to experiment with all these fun machines. All right. Going to show you guys around the gym. Is very fun, very cool. Okay. So, the first one we did an incline press, and then we're doing some neutral grip hammer press. All right. So I'm still trying to get used to it. The machines that we use has different resistance to them. Okay. So, we still look cool. All right. So this one is a Temple Fitness Gym in 53rd and Lexington in New York. Highly recommend to check it out. However, the day pass is around $15 plus tax. So be mindful of that. So with all of these cool machines, I'm still trying to practice the full range of motion, testing out the resistance. All right. Eventually, we will get used to them and then get stronger. All right. This cool incline fly machine. All right. I do feel it a lot of my pecs. All right. I've seen this a lot on TikTok, on IG, on YouTube. All right. The incline fly machine is undefeated. All right. Of course, they go hand in hand with the incline press machine. Okay, this still focuses a lot on the upper chest. However, you're still going to work that middle part and that upper part of your chest. All right, of course, you still want to go the full range of motion, holding at the top stretch, slowly going back down. Okay, the rhythm is important when you're using these machines. Okay. um and these are loaded plates. So what I've realized in this gym is that they have 45, 25, 10s, and 5s, and below that. Okay, they don't really have 35-pound plates. I figure for the spacing of the equipment, all right, some of them are close together. So if you use a 35-pound plate, for example, on this incline of fly, it's not going to fit. All right. Then we were doing some cable triceps here, right? Very standard. Okay, there's a pad just like the other gym that you lean against, and then you are pushing down here. So with this entire upper body day, yeah, it's going to take a toll. However, this is not much of an educational video as opposed to just showing you guys around the different gyms and different vibes that we have around New York City. All right. So I'm going all out. Okay. I'm still practicing my 2 sets here where I'm just, high intensity, okay, low volume. All right. Just figuring out my proportions, and I'm still focusing on my upper chest, upper back, okay, some nice strong shoulders now that my arms are basically carrying my physique. All right, they pop out a lot, they're much more pronounced now, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, we did try doing the 3 finger assist one arm pull up, but I'm already tired. Also, these grips are quite fat, so it's not as simple as the other ones in the gym where you have a smaller grip. Okay, but you know, I'm still strong when I do these chin ups. So usually we go for hammer grip chin ups. So with the reverse grip chin ups, I feel it on my bicep a lot, my forearms, my lower back, and you still get nice back thickness since you're adding some weight here. So I am figuring out the different grips. All right, so I'm doing full 5 finger assist here. These one are pull ups here. They're very fun to do. Okay, these grips are quite uh they're challenging to do in the sense that they might get slippery. Okay, it trains you on your grip strength. Okay, and every gym has different versions of a pull-up bar and a dip station. So here we go with the second set here. We dropped the weight just a little bit. Now I have 10 pounds attached to my waist, and right here you see the upper back moving. All right, I'm getting a good pump today, so it's nice to have different gyms. All right, I know it can get a little bit boring for me. Might be boring for you guys having the same gym location. So right now, working on getting different memberships, so that way we can show you guys different vibes of different gyms. All right, show you guys cool machines that I'm excited to use from here on out. All right. So after we do the two sets there, I'm going back to the classic side to side pull ups. Okay. You are going to feel that thickness, that pump in the middle part of your back. Okay. Your forearms and your biceps is going to burn. It's very fun to do. So try experimenting these with body weight. And then as you get stronger, add some weight. Okay. I highly recommend for you guys to get the chain belt for your weighted calisthenics. You get stronger, your proportion is going to blow up. And then here we are doing some wide grip rows here for the upper back, okay? So the idea is the same when you do the lateral raises. I am sitting at the edge of the bench, okay? And the dumbbells are behind my knees, okay? Under my legs. And then we're doing a superset here with the reverse flies, okay? My posterior deltoids are blowing up. My upper back is blowing up. I feel it on my traps as well. So it's good to do this hand in hand. So when you do your upper back, very simple, just wide grip rows, and then superset that with reverse flies, and you're gonna feel that pump, feel a lot of it. And just two sets is all you need, okay? So just 10 and 10, okay? Of course, get stronger with the weights, and then doing some lateral flies here. So since we have done a lot of heavy work, I have to go down just slightly on the weight here for the lateral flies, all right? And I do gotta say, these dumbbells at Temple Fitness, they have a lot of give to it, okay? They feel hefty compared to some other dumbbells we have used in the past. So very excited, the weight, of course, it claims to be the same weight. However, I personally feel like it's a little bit different, but that's fine. I like it when it feels heavier, all right? It makes me feel like I'm getting stronger in all the senses. So right here, just going for some more reps with some lighter weight here on the dumbbells, lateral flies, and then hammer style bicep curls, so hammer curls. All right, just going for the pump, trying to do my best to control my rhythm here. But by this point, we have been just around an hour in the gym, a little bit more. And then I'm doing one set of hammer curls since we've done a lot of pulling work with the weighted pull-ups, but definitely still going strong on the forearm curls. Okay, reverse grip, slanted grip curls here for the forearms, nice and meaty, nice and juicy. All right, just going for the full range of motion and full failure. And then we jump the weight 10 pounds. And as you see, my brachialis is popping out, my forearms and biceps, triceps. I have a nice pump going. So, of course, just resting for a minute or two in between. Okay, nothing too drastic, depending on how much effort you're putting, how much intensity each workout is. All right. And as you see, just fighting for the last few reps here. And then going for a different day. Okay, so now we're just doing some legs. All right, so I really enjoyed my time in Temple Fitness. So I feel like I want to get a membership, and it's going to be great. So they have 6 different Temple Fitness gyms around New York City. And then, of course, leg day, your standard Romanian deadlift with the barbell, going very heavy. Since we are just focusing on legs, meaning I'm able to do more things here since the day before we have done just a full upper body day. So, of course, Romanian deadlift, that's what I prefer. I don't like the regular traditional deadlifts. Okay. My spinal rectus, my lower back, it's popping out, it's getting stronger. My hamstrings and calves are burning there. And then we go in for some shrugs here. All right. So heavy. We used to go heavier, but that's because I had like my little wrist wraps and my elbow pads. But just feeling, if I just rely on and I stop relying on equipment, all right, um, I feel like I will get stronger naturally since it's not like I'm going to work with gloves all day. After we do the shrugs, we go straight into the calf raise machine. Okay. I'm hitting some PRs. So with the 2 loaded plates of 45 pounds on each side, I'm only able to do 4 to 6 reps here. Of course, still going the full range of motion, Okay, and then we jump the weight. So reverse pyramid training, essentially, you go heavy on your first set. Second working set, you just drop the weight, okay, by a certain amount. Depends up to you how you want to feel about that, how you are, how your energy levels are. And then going straight into leg extensions here. All right, standard stuff, full stack. I would imagine that in Temple Fitness, their machines might be better. They might have more weight. We just got to check out the next video and see how that's going to be. So your standard 2 sets, okay, nice and slow, nice and controlled. You can hold that top stretch. Just depends on how your knees feel, okay? You don't want to force yourself too much in the sense that you might get hurt. So as long as you're controlling the weight back down, that's fine. Exploring on the way back up. And then we're doing some seated leg curls here. I love this machine. There's no replacing it. I'm always doing my best to add these into my leg days because, it's undefeated. So your hamstrings and calves get developed. All right. This goes hand in hand with doing the Romanian deadlift, even though they also work the posterior part of your legs. But man, there's nothing to it. All right. This is an excellent machine. Seated leg curls. All right. And then I didn't really feel like doing some pressing movements, so we're going some more isolation work on the quads. All right, these leg abductors here. I like this machine because you're able to adjust the padding. So you could do the slanted, you could do the sitting straight. I feel like if I'm slanted on that incline, I'm able to get more burn here for my outside part of my quadriceps. And then second set, very standard, okay? Just holding that stretch there. Releasing it nice and slow. Okay, you want to make sure that you're doing these controlled. Do not rush your exercise. I see a lot of people doing these wrong. Okay, just exercises in general, they're just rushing it way too fast. Okay, you got to make sure that your form is at least 80% fine. I understand, like, if you go heavier, like I usually do, the form may not be perfect, but if it's good overall, that's fine. And then to get the glutes, we're doing some kickbacks. So this is the first time I'm doing this machine. It's quite unique. Okay, you feel it on the hamstrings and glutes. So basically, you have one knee sitting there in the middle, and you're just pulling the weight behind you. Okay, so it's a plate loaded machine. I'm not sure if you guys have seen this before. I used to see it all the time when I come here. Just wanted to try it out, right? So you never want to neglect your glutes, part of your leg day, all right? So then we are doing our other leg, all right? And then it's focusing on being nice and slow, nice and controlled. So I had to add more weight. As you see, the bar kind of went outside the ankle. Okay, it's like it was midair for a second. All right. So, with all these days that you want to do, I would highly recommend doing 3 days a week. So let's say you do chest and arms one day, then you have legs, and then you back and shoulders. Okay. Of course, adding your cardio walks, 30 to 40 minutes on an incline. Okay, depending on how you feel about it at the end of the workout, but just always important to add your steps in. Okay, make sure we do that. Get your water intake, protein, and your fruits. All right, that's how you burn the fat. Get stronger muscles, nice density there, nice shape. All right, um, just figuring out how you want to look and having these routines. Okay, it doesn't have to be mind specific, but as long as you have a good structured routine, doing 2 sets of reverse pyramid training, okay, guaranteed you will get jacked, stronger, healthier, okay, you're gonna love how you look. Be proud of what you have accomplished, okay, just like I have. I've been working out for 10 years now, and I just love how I look, right? I know I still got a ways to go, but that's how we do it. All right, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys in the next gym vlog.